Thank you for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. I'll be fully up and running in just a couple of weeks, so bear with me with the graphics and all that good stuff. But anyway, let's get right to the weather. We got a lot of stuff going on out there, but again, nothing imminent. But we have some areas to watch. We've got these two strong tropical waves. Both could eventually become named systems. I'm not seeing anything flaring up super quickly, but that one in the middle of your screen, that is going to bring us some heavier rain to parts of the Caribbean. You see that spin may be catching your eye in the central Atlantic. That's an upper level spin. It's not tropical in nature. But I like to point that out to let you know some good news with that, again, because you see that spinning around right there. So we've got a couple tropical waves to watch out there in the Atlantic. Plus, we have that tropical wave in the extreme western Caribbean that's moved on shore near Nicaragua, Honduras, and Belize. And that is still bringing the rain and storms and isolated flooding to the Cayman Islands and Jamaica. So I'm watching that as well. All right, we get a look at these two spots that I was talking about earlier, and they both have the potential for some slow development over the next couple days. The National Hurricane Center keeping an eye on those as well, and we've seen really that southern storm track all season long, and that yellow spot there, about a 30% chance of becoming a tropical depression over the next couple days. The spot off the coast of Africa, a little more likely at this point, but that yellow spot there, that's going to bring us some heavier rain, Trinidad Tobago, even parts of Guyana, Barbados, and then working its way into the Caribbean. Still a wait and see on the development. That wave out there that is closer to Africa and the red shading you're seeing there, again, that should be developing at least over the next 4 to 5 days. So that should become a name system. So at least one name system out of this. All right, the system closer to home. All the models, this is now officially 91L, which is an invest. All that means is the Hurricane Center's watching it. They need to label it. And all the models just generally take it off to the west. Nothing too crazy with it. Again, it's not a developed system at this time. Should just continue to trek to the west as we go over the next couple days. And you know these models, they're not all equal. Some are higher powered computers, some are not. So some slow development as this swings into the eastern Caribbean. If it spins up at all, if I see any signs of more rapid development, anything like that, I'll let you know right away. But some slow development, a possibility as it moves from the Atlantic into the eastern Caribbean over the next couple days as we head through midweek. And then, as I mentioned with those models, this just generally treks off to the west, high pressure up to the north. So it doesn't look like as of now this would get caught into a front and kind of lift up to the north. Plus, it's not that strong, so they typically keep marching to the west. So here's the forecast. Wednesday and Thursday, watching out for increased thunderstorms and flooding from St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, northern Venezuela, Barbados. So St. Lucia, we're going to see those scattered rain and storms becoming more widespread Wednesday and Thursday. On the edge of it, Dominica and Martinique and Guadeloupe. And I'll keep an eye on Antigua and Barbuda, even up toward Anguilla. Chance of rainstorms increases some. Then by the time we get into Friday and Saturday, better chance in the ABC Islands. So Aruba, we're going to see a better chance of some rain and storms. Bonaire, isolated flooding, Curacao, and this will clip us by with some extra rain and storms. Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, even the Virgin Islands on the backside of this. And then by Sunday and Monday, this will progress more and more to the west. So this will move into Honduras and Nicaragua. And again, a better chance of rain and storms spreading into the western Caribbean by the time we get into Sunday and Monday. And we'll have to see at that point if it does develop. But at that point, by the time we get into the weekend, there will be that better chance of rain again with a passing tropical wave, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, even parts of Cuba. So as it stands now, as this works its way into the eastern Caribbean, we'll see that higher chance of rain, 1 to 4 inches of rain, localized flooding, which is a concern because, of course, we've been dealing with a lot this season, really since June. We've been dealing with pockets of flooding with these tropical waves, even if they're not a named system. Being in the tropics, we get those good tropical downpours, not good, but, the substantial tropical downpours, and that could lead to some flooding, some of the same areas we've been dealing with. So we'll watch out for the isolated flooding first over towards, say, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and then eventually moving to the ABC Islands. All right, that wave near Africa, it still looks like even if that does become a named system, that'll stay out to sea. Again, kind of a heightened state of anxiety coming off of Fiona and Ian. Anytime something's going to get a name, we're all like, where's it going? Is it coming back to me? Well, as of now, this is kind of how it stands. Now, I do want to touch on the Pacific side. And once I get fully up and running, once this channel gets fully up and running again, I will be getting more into the Pacific side, into Mexico. Hurricane Orlene did make landfall this morning with winds at 85. Winds right now, I just checked in, they're actually down to 75, quickly weakening as it moves onshore. Just got that latest advisory, and it is going to diminish very quickly, but the flooding in parts of Mexico as that moves onshore, the landslides, a potential, but a quick weakening as it moves into the higher terrain. Tropical storm force winds around, and only a small pocket of hurricane force winds. The hurricane force winds only extend out about 15 miles. So that's it. You may be watching this and it's already a tropical storm. So it is quickly losing its wind speed. The rain, though, the threat. Now back onto the Atlantic side, the next name on the list, Julia. So that could develop, either that system trying to work its way into the Caribbean or that system off the coast of Africa. And then after that, Carl, Lisa, Martin, Nicole, Owen, Paula, Richard, and Sherry. Thank you again for being part of this channel. We'll be fully up and running as we go over the next couple of weeks. Thank you for your patience. Lots of good things to come. I hope you have a great day.